First off, I have a few statements to make to try and explain what you are about to read. Femdom, female domination, is a relatively well-known sexual interest, with a ton of intersections with other fetishes like feet, spanking, cuckolding, etc. I happen to be rather interested in this particular sexual deviance, especially a subset commonly called SPH, or small penis humiliation. Not every person into SPH even has a small dick. Indeed, a lot of it is just guys posting their flaccid cocks and pretending it's a micropenis, but a massive dick is rather rare. I'll return to that. As a member of a Discord server dedicated to this fetish, that has since fallen into disuse, I've seen many a tiny dick. The few doms on this server were more than willing to engage in some ribbing, and it wasn't uncommon for an average-sized dick to be called pathetic and useless, much to the poster's delight. This led to a fairly consistent kind of activity, with new members joining, old ones deleting their accounts and rejoining, and a few more regular members posting on a fairly normal basis. Excluding those doing the humiliating, everyone else just acted under the assumption that most of us had small dicks. Sure, plenty of people were exaggerating how impotent they were, but nothing seemed too crazy. Enter one guy, who I'll call Jumbo. Jumbo joins, has a generic post complaining about how he's a pathetic virgin with a micro dick who will stay pussy-free forever. Others join in. Normal fetish behavior. One of the female politely asks if he wants to show how small he is, and he quickly responds with a picture of his penis, complete with a piece of paper that has his username on it and a ruler, showing that he is 4 inches long. There were a few oddities though. First off, his ruler was printed on another piece of paper, and seemed rather blown up. The second was how small his handwriting was, if his dick was really 4 inches hard. He had a massive fucking cock. Picture a porn star level titan, easily 9 inches and girthy. The unorthodox way he tried to hide its impressive size was admirable, but no one was tricked. Now, some of you may assume he was trolling us, trying some kind of bizarre flex on a server full of guys who got off on being called losers. Maybe, you may be thinking, he was trying to stupidly flirt with the women, or pull some sort of low-stakes prank. If so, you are wrong. He was earnest in his attempt, and genuinely liked it when women called him a virgin bitch with a clitty. The issue was that he didn't have a micro-dick, and so this fetish was rather difficult for him. I know this because he explained it, after the server broke down into chaos. Most of us casual members were laughing. After all, it's a hilarious situation. Plus, it's gotta suck to be turned on by something that's not possible for you. And he was a cool, fairly active guy. Others were less pleased. Some saw him as a troll that should be banned. Others saw him as ruining the vibe of the server. And the less heterosexual members seemed to want to suck his massive meat cannon. It was chaos, with the chat exploding to a level of activity that had never happened before. The mods, unprepared for the level of controversy a simple dick pic on a server full of them would cause, were slow to react. Soon, the entire server, once dedicated to a niche fetish, was a battleground, with genuine insults being hurled at one another. Instead of calling someone a tiny sissy virgin, guys were saying the most absurd stuff you'll ever see, like, "If you can't see the problem with this fake tiny dick, then you are a fucking idiot." And, "It's his fetish too. Fuck you, dumbass, he just wanted to jerk off." While hapless Jumbo tried to explain himself in between messages fired back and forth. There is no situation funnier than seeing people with names revolving around them being losers with micro-dicks attempting to have a serious argument about the morality of pretending you have a small cock. When names like White Boy Sissy 18, Virgin 2472, and Useless Little Faggot are engaged in an argument, it's impossible to not laugh, right? Regardless, eventually the mods started to crack down on all the posts, and things gradually returned to normal, with Jumbo never posting another picture but lurking for a few more weeks. I think all the bannings must have had an impact though, because the server eventually died. It was never quite the same after that day, but for 2 glorious hours, it was the funniest thing I ever saw.